Hey everyone, we're finally getting an update to the channel. I haven't uploaded a new episode since August, so what has been going on since then? Quite a bit. Let's get you filled in. We left Seattle in early September and we slowly drove to Minnesota. We were planning on spending a couple of weeks with Peggy's sister Patty and our brother-in-law Alan at their cabin on Gull Lake, which is near Brainerd if you're familiar with Minnesota. So we stayed there for a couple of weeks, really enjoyed ourselves, looked for rocks in the lake, found some really cool Lake Superior type agates. Then we wanted to go to Lake Superior, spend about a week exploring the North Shore. So we left Patty's right at the end of September to drive to Duluth, where we were going to stay by the lake. The day we left Gull Lake, I had an accident which kind of led us to the situation that we're currently in. I was running. No, not like that. I was running out to the car. We'd stopped to wash Phoebe, and I was running out to the car to get something, and I stumbled and fell. As I realized I wasn't going to be able to catch myself, I tried to roll over onto my right side to absorb the blow so I wouldn't skin my hands up on the concrete. So I avoided skinning my hands. However, I did skin my elbow up, and I really hurt my shoulder pretty good. The shoulder was hurting quite a bit that day as we were driving to Duluth, so we said let's go to an urgent care the next day and have it looked at, make sure I didn't break anything. So we got set up at an RV park just outside Duluth, and the next day we found an urgent care right by a hospital, and we went there to get it looked at. The PA who saw me sent me over to the hospital to get it x-rayed to make sure nothing was broken or dislocated. They took the x-rays, and then we went back down to the urgent care, and they turned around and said you need to go back and get some more x-rays. So we went back up there, and the x-ray technician told me they wanted a couple of x-rays of my chest, which seems strange because I wasn't having any discomfort or trouble with my chest. They took those x-rays and then sent us back to the urgent care again. We got back to the urgent care, and the PA told me that the x-ray technician had noticed a spot near my lung on the first set of x-rays and had told the doctor she thought they ought to go ahead and do a chest x-ray. He told me the chest x-ray showed a nodule in my right lung that was 1.2 centimeters in size roughly, and he said while it's not that uncommon to find a nodule in your lung as you get older, if it's over a centimeter in size, they need to do a CT scan and make sure there's nothing going on with it. Said I should contact my family physician and see about getting that done as soon as we got back to Oklahoma. So we went ahead and contacted my doctor that day and sent her the report that they had done at the urgent care, and she looked it over and said, yes, we do need to get you scheduled for a CT scan. So we informed her what day we'd be back, and she got one scheduled for me just 2 or 3 days after we got back. After the CT scan, she referred me to a pulmonologist who we went and saw. He told us that the CT scan showed a large mass-like density in the lower lobe of my right lung. Excuse me. The mass was 7.4 centimeters by 7.9 centimeters by 5.1 centimeters. which for all us Americans who don't speak metric, that's about 3 by 3 by 2 inches. It's a pretty good size object in my lung. The pulmonologist told us there was a chance it was from an infection like pneumonia, and they were going to do blood tests and make sure I didn't have any kind of infection going on. He said more likely he was afraid it might be cancer. I told him I was leaning toward the pneumonia idea, but he didn't think I knew what I was talking about. He scheduled a biopsy for me, and I had the biopsy done, and the results came back like the next day, I think. And unfortunately, the results were confirmed. I have lung cancer, lung cancer, lung cancer, lung cancer, lung cancer. The good news was he looked at the lymph nodes in my lung, and he said they all looked perfectly fine, so it appeared at that point to be confined to that mass in my lung. They wanted to schedule me for a PET scan next, because the PET scan will show if the cancer has spread. They got me in for that pretty quick. We got the PET scan done, and the cancer had not spread. So as far as what you can find out if you have lung cancer, the news for me was about as good as it could be. I was informed the best course of treatment for lung cancer these days, which they have pretty good success with, is initial chemotherapy to shrink the tumor and kill any microscopic cells that may have spread that they can't see, and then surgery to remove the part of the lung where the tumor is. If the cancer has spread at all, they won't do the surgery because it really won't do any good at that point. So at this point, everything we've learned indicates that I am eligible for the best course of treatment that they had, and my oncologist thinks I'm a very good candidate for the surgery because other than the cancer, I'm in pretty good health. We found all this out about the middle of November, and the oncologist said he wants to start the chemo in a couple of weeks. So we decided to take a quick vacation and fly out to Seattle to spend Thanksgiving with Lindsay and Ryan, since she hasn't been able to be here, and she's only going to be able to come for 3 days at Christmas time, and of course obviously she's worried about her dad, so we wanted to go visit her. We got our tickets, we flew out there, we had a really enjoyable trip, great Thanksgiving, and then we flew back, and 2 days after we got back I had my first chemo treatment. The treatment went well. I will get into details a little more about how the chemo works in the next episode, I suppose, but just for now I'll say it went well and I had very minimal side effects. I get 4 treatments, 21 days apart, so my next treatment will be toward the end of December here. The last treatment will be in February, kind of early February, I think, and then we will go have the surgery, which we went and did a consultation with the surgeon this morning, and that went well too. So that is what has happened since September. We've been busy, been to the doctor in and out, back and forth a lot. Obviously we are going to be here in Oklahoma for a while now because I've got to get my treatment, get the surgery, recover from the surgery, and then our granddaughter is getting married in May, so by the time all that's done it will probably be May, and so we'll stay here for her wedding too. And after that, we're kind of not sure what's going to be happening. I'll keep you all informed. I'm going to try my best to keep the channel up good while I'm having my treatment. I'll let you all know how it's going and how I'm doing mentally and physically. And as That's about all I got today. That's probably too much already. Anyway, thanks for watching and stay tuned.